Pammy will be mad if I don't. There we go. Now, as I was saying, I'm going to be working with some of Tsunami Rose Designs digital papers. And if you haven't checked out her papers, they are stunning. She does some absolutely beautiful work designing them. And I'm going to be working with a couple sheets of the polished lackluster. And so she has a awesome sale going on right now at her Etsy shop. Everything is $4.99. Everything. So now is the perfect time to get, especially order the journals. And she's been working on a lot of new stuff here lately. So yeah, be a great time to order up. And she has also been generous enough to give everyone an additional, I believe it's 25% off. I'll double check that though. If you use the code Rhonda Rules. Oh, that was funny. So anyhow, let's get started. So what I'm going to do tonight, I know a lot of people have been doing the altered Pringle cans. So I thought I'd do one of those as well, but I'm going to make mine into a purse. So these are just a couple of the sheets, like I said. And I've already trimmed these down just so that way for time's sake. And these are a couple of the pages from the Polished Lackluster Journal. I don't know if y'all can see those. I hope so. And this one I had turned wrong, but I'm going to use this piece too. And I had resized a couple of the pieces that we're also going to include. And this is an absolutely gorgeous journal as well. In fact, well, I like them all, so I can't. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate that, darling. And I'm not for sure if she's going to get to or not, Deb. We hope so. But, okay. Now what I've done is, this one is my sample one here. This size of Pringles can is the 2.5, a little short one. It's a little bit bigger than the snack size. And this one I was sort of playing with. My goal was to take the metal piece that's on the end. There it is. And I wanted to still continue to use that, but unfortunately it wasn't working right for me. So I thought, well, I'll play with that at another time. But anyhow, you get that piece out of the way. Here's the piece I'm going to be working with. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the outside of it with this piece. And let me make sure I have my, yeah, okay. I'm thinking what I want to do is cover this whole thing with the score tape, which I meant to already have done. So give me just a second here and I'll get this covered up here. I got to running behind. My son had me doing stuff for him, and you know how kids are. I'll run that straight across there. I like this little small roll with double-sided tape. It's easier to work with. And I'll take it back this way. I've never worked with this tape before, not this brand, so I'm hoping it works out pretty good. then I'll just run a few this way. I'll make sure it sticks really good. This part, of course, we don't have to be too neat with. Now, just let me get those pulled off. I'm going to be out of focus for a second. Hi, Amy. Welcome to the show. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over, I'm going to go on and cover this before I score the center. I just think it might make it a little bit easier. Just bear with me for a second, folks. Because what I thought was going to be easy, I don't think is. Well, this part's a little more harder than I thought it would be. Okay. I got it off just a little bit right here, but that's going to be okay because we're going to cover that anyway. And that tape is pretty doggone strong. I really like it. Now, the next cool thing I want to show you all here, let me get these out of the way. Is this really cool tool that Deb sells in her store. It's called a gyro cut. And it's this fun little gadget right here. You wouldn't think anything this small would do a lot, but it's pretty awesome. And it has a little blade on it. Let me remove the little tip. Let me get it up in here so y'all can see. See the blade? Well, the cool thing is it rotates. Well, I can't. There we go. Can y'all see that moving? So it pivots, and it's really awesome. So, and y'all might not be able to see it down this far. But I'm going to flatten this out right here. And you just, I like to get the point out there. Just bring it up nice and flush against your piece. Give it a cut. And I'm still learning with this thing too, so I like the fact that it pivots. Let me bring this over just for a second. Don't want it to drag my paper. There we go. with this thing being round, it makes it a little difficult. My tape is sticking. It has a nice little point on it to get you started. And there we go. Came right off. It's a really cool little tool. And we'll trim over here. And these also come with, she also has the refills in the store. Let me turn this way. Like I said, I got it off a little bit, but that's okay. I used it to cut one end off the Pringles can, and it did absolutely awesome. It's sharp, so I'm not used to it. Then we'll trim this off over here. Let me trim that side up with some scissors. This is a sturdy little container, so it's kind of stiff to work with. Okay. Now then. Yeah, it can, yeah, definitely. I'm a little intimidated with it because, like I said, it is sharp. Okay, now the next thing we want to do is we need to score this center. Now I'm going to cover this inside as well. I'm going to do that later on. So what I need to do is pretty much locate the centers best I can. I'm going to say it's right about there. Hold that down pretty tight. Take my bone folder. And this inside is rather slippery too because of that. I guess it's a freshness lining. I'm going to get a good score on there. The next thing we'll do is I'm just going to take this and kind of go over the back a little just to get that in there. There we go. There we go. Ta-da! And there's what we have so far. Okay. I'm going to put me just a little another piece of tape in there. You know what? It might have helped if I took the backing off. Silly. There we go. Now we got it. Now my goal here is I want to put these hinges on. But for y'all's hearing, because I think I'm not going to put y'all through that. These are the type of punches that I have. And if you have these, they're loud. So I'll put these on later. Because like I said, I don't want to deafen anyone. I got to thinking about that, and I thought, oh, that's not going to be very good. So let me grab this one trim that I'm going to use around the edges that I forgot to grab. Here we go. I've been working on a few things, so I kind of have a little bit of a mess going. Alrighty. I just love this trim. Okay. Now, I really don't know where I want to go with this, but in the meantime, I'm going to show you all some of these beautiful laces that Deb has. And this piece comes like this. This one here comes like this. And I've just went through and trimmed it all out till I got that. And then we have her doilies. So we're just going to play and put this together and see what we come up with. So, like I said, later on I'm going to line that. Okay, the first thing I thought about doing here, and then of course here's Daisy's beautiful paper. Isn't that just lovely on there? So pretty. And this journal is called the Polished Lackluster. One of my favorites. It's lots of pinks and blacks. And she has, oh my gosh, I don't even can't even think of how many there are right offhand. She has one called Mechanical. Oh shoot, maybe Laura, maybe you can help me out with that one. But it's rather steampunky, so that's really cool. And then she has Christmas and Halloween, and oh, they're all just too pretty to even. You have to definitely check it out. So, oh, before I go anywhere, this is what we need to do next. Almost forgot about the sides. Okay, since I'm making this into a purse, I went ahead and I cut out these chipboard pieces, and these will go, one will go down here, okay, like so, and then of course the other one on this end, so that way when your purse opens, you know, that kind of closes. Oh, I'm out of shot. Like so. Looks like Pac-Man. Oh, me neither, Laura. Okay, so for these end pieces, I'm going to use this piece. Like I said, this was the one that I had turned wrong. So I thought, well, it'd be great for this right here. So let me get these glued down on here real quick. And then we'll get those cut out. And I'm not even messing with that glue. It's making me mad. Hang on one second. I'll get the tape on here. So how's the weather where you, that's it, mechanical error. Thank you, Laura. We had snow here yesterday, but it was gone by this afternoon. Man, this tape's not getting along now. Oh no, that's not good. Well, that was our biggest snow that we've had so far. Some towns a little farther, well, shoot. We're near Elizabethtown, and they got like 6 inches, and I couldn't believe they got that much. I was rather shocked. Our temperatures haven't been real cold either. I live in Frank. Bring cash. Where's that at? And I'm going to line that up with that one. And we'll use our fancy dancy little tool here to cut out with. Like I said, I'm still learning this thing, so bear with me. And it just moves and pivots right around. And we'll come back over this way. I'm too scared, I guess. Debs has probably mastered this thing by now. Oh, okay. There we go. It's a coming right along. This is a pretty nifty little tool. There we go. Try not to get my head in there. Let me move this. There we go. We'll just go right down through there. Just about got it. I tell you what, if I could see better, it would help. That's my awful lighting back here. And one, I'm about half blind. There we go. Ta-da! Yeah, I think it's just learning how to apply the pressure. Now I'm just going to touch up these ends here real quick. Like so. And I'm just using my favorite vintage photo. Okay, now this part here is just a little more tedious. So what I'm going to do is run glue along my edge here. Very carefully. Okay. Then I'm going to place it along the edge. I don't think the glue gun's going to work. So let me try some glossy accents here. Because when you use the glue, it kind of disturbs the measurements a little. And we don't want that. But I want a fast drying glue, so I'm going to use this. Alright. Let's try this again. This is probably the most tedious part of the whole little project, is doing your ends and getting them pretty flush. But I think the glossy accents is going to work. Now we have to just wait a minute. Okay, let me go on and do the other end. Alrighty. I'll get the hang of this when I get to the other side, I'm sure. And then there's what it's going to look like. Just hold it in place a little bit here. Make sure it's pretty secure. And then we'll move right along. Okay, I think that's going to hold. And then there's what it's going to look like as you get it a little more completed. This one side's not wanting to cooperate. Let me hold it just a little bit longer. This one is from, well, I think you heard me, Amy. This one's from the Polished Lackluster Printable Journal. It's pretty awesome. Okay. Now I'll let that sit there for just a second. And I'll try to quickly do these. And get those done. The other side done. I should have had this part already completed. So while you wait for me, ladies, just talk amongst yourselves. Again, Daisy has a 25% off if you use the code at her Etsy shop on her already on sale items. You get an additional 25% off. If you use the code Rhonda Rules, I thought that was pretty cute. And her sale, everything in the shop is $4.99. So it's a great time to get in on these journal kits. If you like working with digital prints, which I do. So you can even save more being here at the class tonight. Great time to get a collection going. Okay. Of these beautiful designs. And her papers will work so well with these beautiful laces and trims that Deb has in her store. Which vintage is my favorite anyway. I do too, Laura. Yes, ma'am, we sure do. Hang on just a second and I'll get it for you. Okay. Now, I got that all down. Let's give that time to dry. Oh, good. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate that, darling. Now, I'm going to cut this out again using the fancy dancy. You know what, my blade's gumming up a little bit from the tape. Okay. Gyro cut. Again, my lighting is not the greatest here. You just got to press really firmly. Because and do be careful because it does have a nice little sharp blade on it. Once you get used to it. But if you're working with little intricate, I can't hardly say it, areas like cutting out flowers, this is your tool because it has a very fine little point at the very end to get in there. And I ripped it because I didn't have my paper on my board. Okay. There we go. See, once you get the hang of it, it just cuts perfectly. And have good lighting when you do it too. And then there we go with that. Let me get this started here a little bit. I'm trying to keep my head out of the way so you don't see my mom here. Let me do that. There we go. See, isn't that cool? I think it's really awesome. I've been told, Laura, that if you are on Google Chrome watching, you won't get ads. Or so far, they haven't had ads. I get them periodically when I'm on Firefox, and then sometimes I don't. And Internet Explorer, you get them all the time there. So, I don't know. Alrighty. And just let me do the edges here a little bit. And again, Deb also sells refill blades to that gyro cutter. I think I'm saying that right. Am I saying that right? Gyro? Or is it pronounced gyro? I assume it's like the fun little food. Okay. Yeah, let's see how this is doing. That's cool. Now let me just apply the glossy accents. Just about got it. And I'll hold it on there. I don't know, Laura. Some of that fancy computer stuff. Gyro. Got it. Gyro cutter. I hear gyros are pretty good to eat, though. Never had one. Let me pull this back just for a second. We'll be out of focus here. I want to make sure that gets adhered well. Okay. Okay. Well, I just knocked my glue off. All right. Here we go with the other side. This is probably the most tedious part of this whole thing. And lining it up too. And I still managed to knock the other piece down. Well, shoot. We'll just redo that one. I don't think I had enough glue on there. Okay, we'll just give that a second to dry. Oh. Well, I just don't know my words. So, gyro is the sandwich. Right? Lady Lovebug. Is that you, Lydia? I think that's Lydia. Okay. Now let me apply a little bit more of the glossy accents. And we'll give this other side a take two. Okay. Like I said, this is probably the tedious part of the whole thing. There we go. Well, the other side fell back down. Shoot bar. We'll get it. Well, I just got told today that my boys are taking me to Applebee's for my birthday next month. So I was pretty excited about that. Of course, some of y'all know that I do some volunteer work for the American Legion, and they're doing a Valentine dance that same day. So we get done decorating for it. We're going to head out to eat. Okay. Now then there's that side. Now I'm going to let that sit there just for a second, let it dry. Excuse me. And I'm going to go on and glue my feet on. I will, just so I can make it a little more stable to work with. Oh, here they are. I'm using these pretty little beads that I got from Miriam's Crafting Supplies. Oh, I do too. This was a special she had on. I'm not even for sure if it's still available. I think that it is. And it came with all kinds of goodies. So, I'm going to use these pretty little beads. Whoops. For the feet. Let me lay that there. Oh, look at these cute little dominoes. Aren't they adorable? I love feet on the bottom of my purses. I have a couple like that. I call them feet, but I think you all know what I mean. Well, thank you, Deb. They are some pretty awesome people. They really are. Thank you. Okay. Now we're going to try these with hot glue. Now then. Gonna put that one right there. Oh, I'm out of focus. Sorry. I just thought if I went on and added these, which might keep me from adding my hinges, but that's okay. Ouch. That was hot. Okay, I'm going to pull it back just for a second. And we'll turn it around. Yes, they do. Plus, on a real purse, keeps them off the nasty floors. That looks about right. Make sure that's on there good. Now, I gotta tell y'all about the handle. Y'all are gonna laugh at me. Okay. That looks pretty straight. Okay. Now, while that dries, this was a yard sale find. Now, you know how, if you like the yard sale, this whole bucket here, bucket and all. Now, this wasn't it, and this wasn't it. All these beads and the bucket, I got it for $1. Isn't it awesome? And that wasn't in either. So, yeah, pretty fun. A whole buck. Now, tell me that wasn't a yard sale find. So, for the handle, I got to figure out where I laid it. I can put it over here. I wanted to do a chain, and then I was looking for, because I don't have a lot of jewelry making supplies. Yes, it was. It was an awesome find. But, I'm going to lay those in there. I had did, over at Chic Craftique group, I had did a get out of your comfort zone event. And the Sweet Nicole because I don't do a lot of steampunk. Well, I've done steampunk once. And she had sent me a package with these types of pieces on them. And, all right, Laura. So, I was kind of wanting to do something like that. But anyhow, I couldn't get it to work out. So, this was a broken necklace. And here's the rest of the pieces to it. And, so what I did was I took off the hook. And this was your piece that hooked over your hook. Like so. Well, shoot. Like that. So I took all that stuff off. And then these pieces are where all the necklaces joined, each piece, because it laid in, you know, different lengths. Okay. Thank you, dear. So I took this and I reversed them. And I took this and put it over here where the hooks and everything met. And then I thought what I could do is add little flat backs right here once I get it all positioned on. So that's going to be the handle to the little purse. So let me get this out of the way. And I originally was planning on putting it like on the sides here. And so I think what I'm going to do maybe is put it like on top on either side. Like so. And that's going to be the handle. Oh, that's Shirley. Shoot far. I keep forgetting she's Sugar Dragon. I had a side come undone here a little bit. Hit that with a little bit of glue. Well, thank you all. It was very different for me. Very. I love steampunk, but it's just one of those ones that scares you. So here's what we have so far. Ta-da. Now, we will start to decorate. I had thought about maybe cutting one of those and adding it, but I specifically wanted to put these on here. So I think that would be really pretty. And I think I will. Let me get a little bit of glue on here to get started. This is something be cute to sit in a little girl's room or on a shelf. Let me trim this off. Let me get this tape off here. Yeah, that was pretty a pretty fun little get out of your comfort zone. Now my next get out of my comfort zone is trying to work with sprays more. And dear Itza, boy, she is just awesome with them. I think I can see it better. I'm going to have to take some alcohol and rub on my scissors. They're gummed up now from that tape. There we go. There's what we have so far on that side. Let me hit these tails here with a little bit of glue. Don't look at my ugly Googling. I have a new one. Now we'll do that same thing on the other side. These would even be cute to put presents in for a little girl. Like for her birthday, or then she'd have the little box too for a keepsake. This glue gun, it just makes little strings so bad. Okay. Trimming up this end. Oh my. There's where that pulled away. Gotta apply just a little bit more stickles. Hang on. Now, give that just a second. Oh yeah, I never thought about using them for eyeglasses. Cool. Yeah, hopefully that'll hold. Okay. Now, what did I do with my trim? No. Well, I'll just get out another one. I don't know where I put it. Okay. I love this stuff. Some from my stash. I'm going to take it and just go all the way around with it like that. I love this trim because it's so easy to work with. And you can bend it and curve it any way you want. So anytime I see this, yes ma'am, no problem. Anytime I ever find this trim though, I stockpile it. And there we go with that. There we go. Let me add just a little more glue up under here. Okay. See a piece of glue right there. All right, there's what we have so far. And here's what we're going to look like when we're closed up. Now I'll add on the other side. Sorry I'm so quiet, I'm concentrating. And we'll come out of focus for a second. And then we'll trim. Do it from this side, that way I can get a little closer. Alrighty. I'll trim up this piece. Boy, I've really got glue all over my scissors. Alrighty. Let me run just a little glue up here. I want that to stay. And there we go. There's what it'll look like on top closed. And here's the side. That lace is so pretty with that paper. And over here. Oh, did you get you some papers, Deb? Okay. Isn't that lace so pretty? It's so pretty. I'll hit those later with, that way they'll keep. Okay. Now this piece I'm going to add is from Miriam's Crafting Supplies. I believe that's where I got it. Little latch, which I know you all have seen these out there everywhere. That will latch our little purse closed. I was hoping I had something a little smaller. Uh-oh, we lost a foot. But that's all I had on hand. Oh my. You just went shop happy, didn't you? Okay, now this is the another tedious part. And later on what I'll do is I will trying to make sure it's all evened up here. I'll add some flat backs in place of where like brads are supposed to be on this. Yes, it is a great deal. Okay. Again, bear with me on this one. It looks pretty straight and even. Glue that down. Yes, the Charming Fragments is her newest printable journal. Let me spin this around over here. That pretty well coated. Make sure it's all lined up. And there we go. And our little latch. And we flip up. Isn't that cute? And you can put your goodies in there. And then latch your closed. Y'all ever seen those, like the barrel purses from the 1950s? I think they're just the coolest. There we go. We're locked up. Too cute. Now the next thing I want to add on here would be, which I'm still debating on this because I think it's a little long for the length of the purse. And I'm still undecided about these pieces, so I don't know yet. I think that's a little too much on the top. Or I could open this up and secure it underneath. I think that will work. Yep. Okay, let me secure this down. Sorry, I gotta be out of focus here for just a minute. I'm hoping y'all can see what I did. I took that little flat piece that the necklace is joined to, and oh, I have to add some more. Anyhow, I've joined it up under there. And like I said, this is all going to be covered later anyway on the inside, so that's not going to matter. And let me hit this with some more. I guess I'm just not getting enough on there of the glossy accents. And we'll just pause and hold on. Might help if I had roughed that up a little bit on the inside too. Okay. Now we'll take this other end, which this was sort of my goal anyway, when I first was thinking about this. Excuse me. Okay. Now let me close this. We'll see how that's going to work. And latch it shut. I think that'll be okay. And there we go. Can y'all see that? There's its little handle. Whoops. Okay. Let me hit this with just a little bit more glue on this side. Okay, there we go. And there's what we have so far. Thank you, ladies. My screen went black. There we go. Done thought I lost connection. And then let's see where we at here. Oh, we're well over an hour. Oh, but before I show you before I go any further, let me show you this that I did. This is a little bitty piece that's in Daisy's, that's in this same journal. And it's just an embellishment. So what I did was, I don't know if y'all could see it, but it's two little birds. And I took and decreased it in size to where it would fit in this. And it's still drying, so I can't work with it yet. I thought it would dry a lot faster than that. And then they put it in a little metal embellishment piece, or metal, oh shoot, I can't remember what they're called. But filigree, there we go. And I just cover it with glossy accents to give it like a dome effect. And unfortunately, that piece is still drying because I wanted to hang it, you know, off the purse like a little charm or whatever. And I think that was it that I wanted to show you on that. Yeah. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a few more things to this. And probably a few more pieces of Daisy's paper. And I'm going to post this tomorrow on the Gone Artsy fan page. Because I've gone well over an hour, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you are probably getting tired or have other plans. And I'm rather undecided of what I still want to do. But that's what we have so far, and I thought Daisy's papers looks absolutely awesome on it. Fabulous. Thank you, dear. But again, remember, if you go to Tsunami Rose Designs shop, the Etsy shop, and put in Rhonda Rocks, you will receive an additional 25% off of your order. And Daisy has a wonderful sale going on. So now's the time to really get in on her beautiful journals that she has too. And again, this was the, let me think which one I used again. Polished Lackluster. That is the journal that I worked with tonight. And there are tons more beautiful pages with it. So, let me see. Oh, also I want to show you this. This is lace, also from Deb's store, before I forget, because I do want to add some of this onto the purse. Isn't this gorgeous? Rhonda rules. I'm sorry. Thank you. I slightly got distracted for a minute and everything's went blah. But again, Deb's store will be back open February 1st. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook. And I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight to watch the show. Why are you in trouble, Laura? Thanks for coming, Shirley. I appreciate it. And everyone else, thank you all so much for coming. And again, I'll have this up on the Gone Artsy fan page tomorrow for y'all to look at a little bit more. Thanks, everyone, and until next time, have a great night. Bye-bye.